If your back isn't growing, it's probably got nothing to do with how hard you're training. It's probably got something to do with your exercise selection and execution. So in this video, I'm breaking down 4 exercises that I'm using right now that have made a noticeable difference in my back, especially in terms of width, shape and detail. And I'll break down exactly what part of the lats each exercise hits. So sit back, relax, get the notepad out and enjoy the video. Just so you know, the exercises I'm about to go through are part of one of 2 back days that I'm currently running in my training split. Both sessions are very much lat focused, but I change up the angles, the resistance profiles and the positions to make sure that I hit the muscle from every angle. The goal is simple: to train the lats through their full function, to stretch them, contract them, isolate them and load them so I can build proper width and create that taper. So exercise number 1 is the single arm chest supported cable row. And this targets the lower lats with the emphasis being in the lengthened range. Here I'm focused on driving my elbow in toward my hips and keeping my elbow super tight to the body throughout. This lines the tension up perfectly with the lower lat fibers. The cable gives you constant resistance throughout the entire movement, especially at that stretch as the arm comes forward. And this is why I prefer a single arm chest supported cable row as opposed to your traditional dumbbell row, because you can really maximize the time under tension on the lat throughout the entirety of the movement. So set your bench upright, you can put your hand on it for extra support. Make sure you allow that shoulder blade to protract as the arm gets pulled forward to get that full stretch. And then from there, drive the elbow in toward the hip and actively squeeze through the lat every single rep. Right, let's move on to exercise 2, the neutral grip lat pull down. Now this exercise focuses on the mid to upper lats. This one is always an absolute staple in any of my back programs because it allows you to train the lats in the shortened range, but with a more natural arm path due to the neutral grip. Using a neutral grip with your palms facing towards each other puts your shoulders in a stronger and more stable position and makes it easier for you to keep your elbows tucked. Within your lat pull down, you want to make sure you're staying nice and upright and you want to focus on driving those elbows down in toward your back pocket. And you really want to focus on squeezing through the lats at the bottom of every single... These fucking flies. And you really want to focus on squeezing through the lats at the bottom of every single repetition. Exercise number 3 is the chest supported dumbbell row, and it's a lat focused chest supported dumbbell row. Now again, this is going to focus on loading through the lower portion of the lat. You can use this exercise to bias more of the mid back. I'm currently using a lat focused chest supported dumbbell row. So instead of flaring the elbows out as I row, I'm thinking of driving the elbows in toward the hips, exactly as I do in the cable row. When I'm fully chest supported like I am in this movement, it enables me to load the lower lats even heavier whilst keeping my form nice and strict. I make sure I achieve a full stretch at the bottom of the movement and allow the shoulder blades to protract before driving the elbows in toward the hip. And I do allow my lower back to extend ever so slightly just to strengthen those muscles too. And the final exercise that I wanted to cover today is the cable lat pullover. Now this is going to help really isolate the entire lat and take the arms out of the equation. You want to soft bend in the elbows throughout the movement, and you want to start off the movement with your arms above the head, allowing yourself to get a really deep stretch through those lats. Now from there, you want to think about driving the elbows in towards your back pocket, kind of like a stiff arm lat pull down if you like. And as you do this, what I like to think about doing is lifting from the chest. What you do not want to do though is extend the elbows, because then all of a sudden you're going to get load through the triceps. So keep those elbows soft throughout. I see so many people butcher this exercise because they bring the bar down and they straighten out the arms. So it kind of becomes a lat pullover into a tricep extension. So keep those elbows soft. Another mistake people make with this one is they load it too heavy, so their form's just all over the gaff. Yes, you want to implement progressive overload. If you can't keep the form and the time under tension, especially within those lats, then you need to drop the weight. And to be honest, that applies to every single exercise we've gone through today. It's not about moving the most weight, it's about keeping the tension on the lats throughout the entirety of the movement. I always like to finish off my back days with a lat pullover just to really cook the lats that little bit further. So to recap, if you want your lats to actually grow, don't just think you need to train harder and train with more intensity. Make sure that you train your lats with more intention. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you do end up incorporating any of these exercises into your next back day, make sure you drop it in the comments which one you added and how you found it. And if you want more no BS training advice that's actually going to help you along your fitness journey, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop the video a like, and I'll see you in the next one.